Hello everybody and welcome to Innovesting. If you're in Australia and you've been investing or thinking about investing, you've probably heard of SelfWealth. SelfWealth is a commonly used ASX and US stock trading app in Australia. Being CHESS sponsored, it charges a commission fee of only $9.5 per trade. This is very low, especially compared to the trading apps that banks offer, which can charge up to more than $20. Because of this, SelfWealth has been one of the most favorite apps for Australians. However, over the past couple of years, several new low-cost trading apps have been created, and many of them have even lower costs than SelfWealth. These include Superhero, Pearler, and Stake. So in this video, we'll be doing a detailed review of SelfWealth versus Superhero, Pearler, and Stake to help you decide which one is the best for you. Here are the features that we'll be considering in this review and comparison. First, we'll be looking into CHESS sponsorship. CHESS stands for Clearinghouse Electronic Sub-Register System. It's a computer system used by the ASX to track all the shares owned by everyone. If your app is CHESS sponsored, you'll be given a holder identification number or HIN. This is a unique ID used to identify you and all the shares that you own. Any shares that you purchase will be directly assigned to you under your HIN, making you the legal owner of those shares. If the broker happens to go down or go bankrupt, you will still retain all the shares that you bought because they're all registered under your HIN, which is tracked by the ASX. If an app is not CHESS sponsored, that means any shares that you purchase will not be legally owned by you. Instead, they will be owned and held in custody for you by the broker. You can still buy and sell shares and make profits, but if something happens to the broker and it goes down, then it becomes unclear what will happen to all the shares that you bought. We'll also look into the commission, which is how much does it cost to trade Australian stocks and funds, as well as the order type, which are the instructions on how to buy and sell. A market order is an order to buy or sell a share at the current price immediately, whereas a limit order is in order to buy or sell a share only if it reaches a certain price that you can specify. These are the two most common types of orders, and we will see if the apps will offer both of them. We'll also look into what market data or information does the app show for stock analysis. Next, we'll look into the minimum order, that is, the minimum amount of stocks or funds that you can purchase on the app at once. We'll also look into the referral rewards of the app. That is, are you given a unique link that others can use to sign up to the app, and what rewards do you get after that? Finally, we'll compare the US stock trading fees. That includes both the commission as well as the currency conversion fees that the app charges. But for those interested, you can watch my previous video where I showed a way to invest in US stocks without paying any currency conversion fees or commission. I'll put the link in the description if you want to check it out. We'll begin by looking into SelfWealth. SelfWealth is CHESS sponsored, it has a low commission fee of 9.5 Australian dollars per trade, and it supports both market order and limit order. SelfWealth offers really advanced market data for stock analysis. If you look up a stock on SelfWealth, it'll first show you the basic information such as the opening and closing prices, the daily highs and lows, the volume, as well as the pricing chart over different time periods. There's a news section as well, which lists all the ASX announcements about the company, which you can read about and download. On top of that, there's a market depth section, which lists and sums all the individual buyers, sellers, and their orders. Most impressively, there's a financial section about the company as well. If you scroll down, you can tick different fields from the income statement, the balance sheet, and the cash flow statement and see how they have varied over the past few years. I think this is a really handy tool. Out of all these apps, SelfWealth is the only one that offers this financials ability. Another unique feature of SelfWealth is its dashboards. Not only does it track your own portfolio's performance, it also tracks the market's performance and plots it on the same graph. You can specify different time ranges to see how your own portfolio is doing compared to the market. From what I can see, the other apps only track your portfolio's performance, which is good, but it makes them a bit more arbitrary compared to SelfWealth. SelfWealth has a minimum order size of 500 Australian dollars for the ASX and $100 for the US market. This is the highest out of all these apps, but hopefully it shouldn't be too big of a problem for most investors. SelfWealth does have referral rewards, so if anyone signs up using your referral link, both you and that person will get 5 free trades that last for a month. Finally, in terms of the US trading fees, SelfWealth charges $9.5 per trade and a currency conversion fee of 0.6%. The next trading app that we will review is Superhero. Superhero is not chess sponsored, so anything that you purchase will be owned and held in custody for you by Superhero. They charge 5 Australian dollars in commission, but it's completely free when buying ETFs. Note this is for buying ETFs only, so if you were to sell an ETF, you would still have to pay 5 Australian dollars commission. Just like SelfWealth, Superhero offers both market and limit orders. Superhero offers good market data for stock analysis, but not as much as SelfWealth. If you look up a stock on Superhero, just like SelfWealth, you will see the basic information such as the opening and closing prices, the daily highs and lows, the volume, as well as the pricing chart over different time periods. It has a news section as well as a market depth section, but unlike SelfWealth, it does not show the total number of buyers and sellers. Superhero's minimum order is 100 Australian dollars for the ASX and $50 for the US market. That is much lower than SelfWealth, however, Superhero does not have any referral links or rewards. In terms of its US trading fees, Superhero does not charge any commission and has a 50 basis point or 0.5% currency conversion fee. The next app that we'll be reviewing is Pearler. Pearler is chess sponsored and it charges a commission of 9.5 Australian dollars per trade. However, there are right now more than 40 ETFs listed on its official website, where if you buy and hold any of those ETFs for more than a year, then any subsequent purchases of that ETF will be completely free. Just like the previous apps, Pearler offers both market and limit orders. However, its market data for stock analysis is very basic. If you look up a stock on Pearler, it'll show you the pricing chart over very few time range options, and if you click on it, it'll show you the volume for that particular day. Other than that, it doesn't show any more information, so nothing about market depth, no news, financials, or the other basic information. Pearler does not have a minimum order, but you do have to trade at least one single unit. Pearler has referral rewards, so if anyone signs up to Pearler using your referral link, then both you and that person will get one free trade. In terms of its US trading fees, Pearler charges 6.5 Australian dollars for commission and 0.35% to 0.37% foreign exchange fees. The way that Pearler calculates its FX fees can be quite confusing, so I'll try to clarify it here. They said that they always charge a 0.5% margin. That means if you're transferring 1,000 Australian dollars under an exchange rate of 0.7471, then you should get 747.1 US dollars. Pearler's currency conversion fees can be calculated by multiplying the exchange rate by 0.5% or 0.005, and that will give you about 37 basis points. For 1,000 Australian dollars, that will equate to 3.74 US dollars. Therefore, the final amount can be determined by subtracting the fees off of 747.1, and you will get 743.36 US dollars in the end. One unique feature of Pearler is its auto invest functionality, where you can deposit and invest automatically into stocks or funds in your portfolio. Here, you can select different options on when and how to invest, as well as the amount and start date. Following that, you can select the assets that you would like to invest in, and finally, you can select your investment strategy. The options here are pretty self-explanatory, so I won't go through them individually in detail, but feel free to pause the video to read more about them. For those of you that are into long-term passive investing, I think this is a good tool to automate your investments, but for those of you that are into technical analysis and timing of market entry, then this tool may not benefit you so much. The final app that we'll be reviewing is Stake. Stake is actually a US stock trading app, but recently they developed their ASX trading platform and they released its beta version. Right now, it's only available to a few people, and its full version will be released in 2022. Stake will be CHESS sponsored, and it will charge a commission of $3 only. For those of you that got into its beta version, you can enjoy free commission until its full release. Its US trading fees are $0 in commission and 70 basis points or 0.7% currency conversion fee. The rest of Stake is unknown for now. I'll have to wait until next year to see exactly what it offers. From the table below, you can see that SelfWealth is the most expensive app, but it does offer the most advanced market data for stock analysis. Stake seems to be the cheapest app, but we'll have to wait until next year to see exactly what its full version offers. Superhero and Perler are both really similar. They both offer free ETFs, with Superhero being just a bit cheaper, but it is not CHESS sponsored. So that brings us to the end of this comparison and review. Hopefully you found it helpful. If so, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos in the future.